Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay. It's different every time, I tell you. Oh, welcome. I was a bit surprised. It took a long time to actually start up. Welcome. Yeah, I think when it about probably about 2 minutes before starting time, I need to start it up. Well, let me go ahead and kaboop, boop. There we go. Welcome everybody. Oh, let me turn this on too. There we go. Oh, hope everybody's doing good tonight. Oh, it's a bit nippy in Ohio right now. Nice and windy and nippy. Actually, I thought I seen the little white things floating in the air a couple times. I don't want to say the word because I don't want to. I know we need it. You need at least 2 weeks of below freezing weather to kill off the bugs and whatnot, but I'm not ready yet. I still have my ACs in and everything. But I hope everybody's doing good, and those who are doing the seed challenge, survival seed challenge, make sure you have your closing video in before the 18th. I do believe Friday noon, I think it is. And if you're going to make your tinctures from lemon balm, it'd be a good time to at least get it started and whatnot. Won't be ready, but it's good if it sets in alcohol for about 6 weeks at least. I usually do 2 months or 2.5 months is really good, and it's real potent during that. Oh, that's interesting. That's something new. Stream Elements is advertising in my channel. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, you got 85 today? Dang. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get the video up here. Yeah. Has anybody heard about some strange happenings in DC, Washington DC? I heard a lot of stuff going on. I'll just put it that way. Very interesting things. Let me get in here. I have a couple videos I want to play a little bit later. I don't even know how half of these videos are, so let me get an empty page there, or empty folder rather. Camera. Let's get that. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard. There was something that crashed down, and there was Blackhawks, the whole 9 yards, emergency vehicles, and being off and all that kind of stuff. So who knows? Who knows? It's one of those things where who knows? You know what I mean? Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and play part 1 of this here real quick. This one, okay. Wait, which one's part 1 and which one's part 2? I don't know. Here, let's view extra large. There we go. Okay, part 1 is that one. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and play this here. Let me do this real quick. Camera, let's hit delete. There we go. Close. Have to take my wire because I had them loaded on my phone. It's the easiest way to get it. I have lemon balm cured in oil. Yeah, oil's good. Oil's good too. Oil takes a little bit longer, but you can use it for other properties than just, for a tincture. You can use it for flavoring and stuff too. Yeah, coconut has a lot of. Coconut oil. I use it for care for my cats a lot. If they get the ear mites and stuff in there, you just put some coconut oil in there, swish it around, and it kills all of those things. And if they got an ear infection, it'll get rid of their ear infection too. Or it can. I'll put it that way. I'm not a doctor or veterinarian, so yeah. But let's go ahead and play this real quick. May extra large it. Now, you'll recognize the one guy. He's pretty famous on TikTok and whatnot. But this is, and he doesn't come out and say it, but this is the problem with the younger generation, is excuses for every little thing. And they have it so much better than being in any other country, but America is the worst country ever. So I'll go ahead and play part 1.
I noticed you have the, unless I read wrong, you have the Make America Great Again.
Yeah, I do.
I want you to tell me exactly the point in history where America was great.
It's funny. Point to me a time in history where America wasn't great. Tell me where it started.
The birth of America?
No, point in America where America wasn't great.
On murder and thievery and deception. What do you mean?
Now let me explain this to you real quick. This is for everybody to listen to. Everybody always have this perception that we shouldn't acknowledge America as being great. America started at a certain point and grew and came better over time. No country that you know of was 100% perfect at the foundation. No country.
You
no
didn't answer my
country in
question.
the world. No countries in Africa, no countries in Europe. You can name it. Everybody started at a certain point, and it became greater over time.
You didn't answer my question.
Ever since you've been alive, America has been the greatest it's ever been.
You think so?
100%, brother. You can name somewhere else that's better than America. And why don't you live there?
I'm not sure.
I know you're not sure because they don't exist.
Were they?
Show me somewhere else that's as diverse as America. Anywhere.
As diverse?
That's as diverse.
What does diversity mean if
opportunities
people are being
for
discriminated
all
against?
people? Show me another country that give opportunities for all people like America.
Do you
does.
think we have the same opportunity as everybody else, as black people?
Yeah, 100%.
With a 200-year economic head start on us and no
What's
reparations?
stopping you now? Aren't you at this university?
Yeah.
You're at the university just like all these white people.
Mm-hmm.
How's that any different? Can't you?
I want you to go 2 blocks that way and tell me where they at.
You can read. You can go to class.
Mm-hmm.
You can make good grades.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that you're making straight A's.
Mm-hmm.
How is America stopping you from doing that? And
Well,
how
it's
is
not
it
stopping
stopping
me.
you from being prosperous enough to go down the street and make a difference in your own community? How is America stopping you from doing
Why
that?
is it my responsibility to make a difference in my community that was sabotaged from the start?
I don't think. Let's go back to the
Do
foundation.
you think the CIA planted drugs in our communities?
They didn't make you sell it?
Do you think they?
No. I agree.
Do you think they
I
burned
read
down
stories of how
black
the CIA,
businesses? Do you know what Black
let's
Hollywood is?
Let's go one at a time. I've heard stories that the CIA planted drugs in the inner city communities. Not every black community, but in some. They still don't make you go and sell drugs to your brother, do they? Why are you not selling drugs right now? Because it doesn't make sense for you to do that. You have an opportunity to go to a university, get an education, and make yourself better and make your family better in the next few generations. Nobody's stopping us from doing that. I'm sitting on campus right now, and all these people are listening to me.
You know what's stopping
What's
everybody?
stopping me?
Money.
Well, in America, what's stopping you from making money in America?
What the f is not stopping us from making money?
You
what
go
the
to the
fuck
same
do you
university as
mean?
all these white people. Well, how you got it different?
Exactly.
You said what? Excuse me?
We're in debt.
That's
That's
your
our fault.
fault.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right?
Okay,
We were never given boots to begin with.
Let's start with this. I actually went and graduated from a university. So I'm not a guy that didn't go to college. I had a full scholarship, so I didn't pay for school in my undergrad. Graduate school, I paid for out of my pocket. I did not get a loan. I mean, I did not have to get loan forgiveness or nothing like that. I had $11,000 worth of debt and I paid it. How is that different than anybody else out here?
Because everybody doesn't have the same
That-
opportunity.
I'm black though. How did I pay my loan off and you can't? Or
Where you from?
wait, I'm from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Dunbar High School.
Fort Worth,
right in the
Texas.
hood and stop 6. Right in the hood and stop 6. How did I get to this point if America's against me?
Did everybody in your neighborhood get to that point?
Well, different choices. There's a lot of people in my
Where your
neighborhood that
childhood
made it
friends
out
at?
because they made better choices. I could have sold drugs. I didn't. Why?
What do you-
Because I wanted something better out of my life.
What do you say about the disproportionate wealth? Is that
Okay.
does that not matter?
It's about culture. How much money do you save?
I don't know. I'm in debt, bro.
You in debt. How much do you invest?
Excuse.
How did you get into debt? Who chose to come here?
Me.
Well, that's you laid it out. Now, when you come here, for every college student here, this should be an investment into your future.
Right.
Anybody that know anything about making money knows that you have to invest to get to the next step.
How are we
You may
supposed to know
listen. You
anything
may
about
be in
making
debt.
money?
You may be in debt to make an investment to get to the next step. So if you do this properly, this is a debt investment to make more money in the future. If you come here and clown around and take a major that won't put you anywhere, then you just got into debt for no doggone reason. It's a cultural thing. Black people in America don't have wealth like others because they choose not to generate wealth through investments and passing their money down.
Who's teaching us to do this?
We should teach each other to do it. Why does somebody got to teach? You want the white man to teach us? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, hell, teach us something.
Okay, no, you could teach something. You got a college, you could get a college education. When you have children, teach your
so
children.
basically help yourselves. We know you have this 200-year head start.
That
we know
doesn't matter, bro. You don't have
from,
nothing to do with you don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh,
You don't have nothing to do with
I
that.
thought you said one at a time.
You don't have nothing to do with that.
I don't
Do
have
you?
nothing to do with what?
The 200 years that you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Have you ever heard of generational trauma, generational wealth?
You
My
have
people don't own anything.
Where
My
you
people
come- where you
own
come from?
nothing.
Where you
How
come
can
from?
you build something when my people come from nothing? I come from South Memphis.
And I come from stop 6.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I went to university.
What
you went
does
to university.
comparison mean?
It
What
means
does
that when-
comparison mean
Just
when the
real quick.
statistics say that we are behind?
We're not behind. Some people are behind. We're not behind. Why? Because we make positive decisions. He not behind. He not behind. She not behind. Do I want to go point
You're
out
on
all
a
the black
college
people?
campus.
But does college guarantee?
Yep. Excuses after excuses, and still didn't want to hear it. Still didn't want to hear it. Every time he came up with an excuse, yeah. Let me load up the second part of this.
You're on a college campus.
It depends on what you do with what you have presented to you. You were born in wherever you were born at. Look at you now. What's the difference between you and other people that didn't choose?
Opportunity.
How did you get an opportunity that other people didn't? You were in debt, so you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money to pay for
my
it.
parents didn't have much, but they had enough to keep me out the hood trying to make some money any way I can. I know people who have no anything. They have to go out there. They have no other choice. They have a horrible education. Do you know what the education system is like here? It's horrible.
Okay, so let's explain it like this. I wanna make sure we talk it at the same level.
Right.
So in America, every single person has an opportunity to do something with what they have in their hand.
And we have nothing in our hands.
Let
That's the point.
Let me say this. I believe wholeheartedly that God gives you a hand of cards to play. Hear me out.
God gives you
Hear me out. God gives you a hand of cards to play. Not everybody's hand is the same. What you can have a full deck of great cards and you play them poorly, you won't make it in life. You can have a bad hand. You play them strategically and you play them right, you'll do good in life. You had a not so good hand growing up where you grew up at. You made positive decisions that led you here. That's the hand you've been dealt. Everybody don't have a freaking silver spoon in their mouth. America is the only place.
They proportionately
Who is they?
Everybody else, man.
Everybody else like who? Are you saying white people? Brother, you in the same situation as all these white people and you playing the victim.
Am I?
You at the same university?
Am I? What does the same university have to do with anything?
You go to the same classes?
I had a 4.3 GPA in high school. I did what I was supposed to
you got now?
I did what I was supposed to do.
What's your GPA now?
3.6.
Brother, what's holding you back then?
That's the point. Everybody doesn't have a 3.6. Everybody is
Do
not.
you just get a 3.6 because you woke up one day? You studied, didn't you?
Right, no, I actually didn't.
You didn't study.
No.
So then you have a gift that you can go and make a 3-point something and don't even study.
Right.
Brother, I mean, I don't know. I think we're wasting our time talking to each other. The bottom line is that if you study, you work hard, you play the cards that you're dealt properly, you will be successful. This country makes more millionaires than anywhere in the world. You can talk, Oprah Winfrey came from nothing. Tyler Perry came from nothing. I mean, you go down a list. Brother.
Why are you naming rich black people?
Because these are the people.
Why are you naming
what
rich
about me?
black people?
All right, me.
You talking about me and you. I'm talking about everybody in the surrounding, everybody outside of this bubble.
Listen, man, you're a product of your decision making. You're an example that you can come from nothing and come to the university.
A product of your decision making when the majority of
came
others
from
are a
nothing and you're
product
at the
of their
university.
environment.
What are we saying? You came from nothing, you're at the university. Well, how about you go and teach other young men like you that grew up where you grew up how to do what you did to get here, period. What's the problem in that? Well, come to the mic, please. Can you come to the mic?
He want me off the mic.
No, it doesn't matter about recording. Can you come to the mic so we can hear your question, please?
Come on, we can
No,
double
it's
team the
so
mic.
we can get the audio in.
We can double team the mic.
Just
It's
ask
okay.
the question and I'll try to answer your question. Hold on 1 second. What's your question?
How does everyone have an opportunity when systematically the U.S. has multiple inequities within?
What inequities? Can you explain one? Wait a minute, inequities in education, what does that mean? Do you consider yourself a minority?
I do.
Is the country against you?
Technically, in a way, it could be.
But it's not. You're here. You did what you're supposed to do to get here. That's what it's about, individuality. If you do what you need to do, you'll be here.
You as in everybody on this campus.
Listen, some people grow up in a terrible environment. Can we agree? Some people in that terrible environment make positive decisions to get out of that environment. Some people, it takes longer in life to do that.
Like
and it's not a
5%?
black thing. It's an everybody thing. There's poor white people in this country too. Do you not forget that? Most people on food stamps are white. Most people incarcerated are white.
Most people in the country are white.
Most people get killed by police are white.
Most everybody in this country is white. What does that statistic have to do with anything?
That if poverty was just relegated to black people, it would only be black
You
people that
talking
are
on a
poor.
script.
All right, come on. Next person.
Yep. Always an excuse for every little thing. He's sitting there crying how bad his life is, and he's sitting there in college. Oh, I want to see him uh, go to North Korea and live in North Korea. Go to China and live in China and see how his life is then. Oh, yeah. He's been brainwashed most his life by people who hate this country that's never been anywhere else. How you guys doing tonight? Oh, yeah, I was watching that, and like if my grandpa was trying to explain something to somebody like that, he would have smacked him upside the head about 15 seconds into the conversation. uh, it's a big difference from, you know, we everybody always complains about Gen Zs or Gen X and whatnot, how easy it was for us and whatnot, and um I don't know. We just grew up way different, and I don't think it was, majority of us didn't grow up with, like you said, silver spoon in our mouth. We worked and survived. Nowadays, they have all this opportunity for stuff that's given to them. And I think that's the problem right there. Too often they don't work for anything. And they expect everything. Oh. Let me see here. Let me bring up. Yeah, I seen this cute little meme. Let me see if I can find it and show you guys. Right here. If I can figure out how to get it on the screen. There we go. Yeah, there are so many memes about Tampon Tim right now because he couldn't load his gun. uh, yeah, there's so many, and I was having fun just watching, looking at all the memes from today. There's so many of them. uh, where was this other one I seen? Yeah, I think this is a good campaign poster for them. There we go. Harris Walls 2024 for the sheeple. Vote blue no matter who. uh, and that's the sad part. There's a lot of people say, I don't care how bad the economy is and everything, as long as Trump doesn't become president. How does one think that way? You know, what did he do so bad for the 4 years he was president? What did he do that was so bad in those 4 years that you would trash the country for another 4 years just so he's not president? I don't. It there's and if you, there's people that bring up, well, Trump doesn't want us or doesn't want women to control their own body. And when did Trump even say anything about not being able to control a woman's body or whatever? They complain they don't want the government to have control over them, but yet they complain that they want the government to have control over the right of a woman's right to do whatever she wants to do. Uh, huh? Yeah. I I was actually looking for tags on everything he had. Somebody went out at the local, uh, whatever out hunting place and bought him all the fancy stuff to wear and bought him a pew pew. I want what would have been really funny though, if they bought him a 12 gauge and they gave him 410 ammo. But then again, maybe it was a 410 and they gave him 12 gauge ammo. That's why he couldn't get it in there. I don't know. Uh, Here's another one. All hat, no pheasant. uh, poor little guy. Let's see. Where was the other one that I seen? Yeah, this was the other one that he misspoke on. I'll put it that way. He misspoke on. Recent polls: Trump ahead. Abolish electoral college. So New York and California can decide our elections. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, there's all kinds of those. It's full of ones for him. We got to put We got to put a Harris one up there. I'm the candidate of change, except I can't think of a thing I do different from this guy. Mm-hmm. Yep. Can't think of a thing. What else do we got here? Uh, yeah, Hillary had one of her meltdowns again. Um, I don't know if anybody caught that, but I watched it for a few seconds, and that was about as much as I could handle. Yeah, one of her fancy meltdowns. And I still can't get over the whole ketchup thing, the Heinz ketchup thing. It's again got to have an excuse for everything. Got to have an excuse why it how their lives are so horrible. It doesn't make a difference what color you are or whatnot. They got to have an excuse of why everything's so bad for them. Let's see here. Hey Terry, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey, Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper. I did see. I believe it was in Florida. There was um, a Trump convoy for boats and whatnot, and a Harris boat tried to sneak its way in, I guess you would call it. Didn't go well. I think that's what he was out there for. Um, but he couldn't get it. He didn't have anything in his gun, I guess. Couldn't get his gun up. Uh, yeah. And I don't know. For to me, easy way instead of going like this to load that, all you have to do is turn it over and it slides right in. You know, um, that's the easiest way I know to see that somebody doesn't know how to use that weapon. He's got it up like this and trying to reach underneath of it to load it. Evidently, he was trying to tell the guy that um, he had odd shaped shells and all that kind of stuff. Yep, it's Columbus Day. I'm s- I, I'm really shocked that we're still celebrating because it was supposed to be racist, you know. Um, um, a few years ago, they were talking about doing away with Columbus Day because it was racist and this and that. Uh-oh. My cucumbers done gone a long time ago, a few months ago. Yeah. I think my last cucumber I got was uh maybe might have been in the middle of June. Cuz I had planted them in the house ahead of time, and I had a good 3 or 4 foot vine, and then I took them outside, and they were doing really good until we had a hailstorm. And I still got a lot of cucumbers out of it. And I did the English cucumbers and did did pretty well with them. Um, the odd thing is I had like 6 feet of just vine that didn't have a leaf on it, and at the very end, that's where the cucumbers grew because of the damage to from the hailstorm. Hey Jim, good to see you. How you doing? Yeah, I would show the whole video of him trying to load his pew pew, but you kind of get in trouble for that thing nowadays. Yeah, I would love to just start getting into that. Um, I I have a pump, but I think the pump is too powerful. It's for a low grade swimming pool. F- Um, so I don't know if that would work. I think it'd be a little bit too powerful for that. But I'm really thinking in getting into it a little bit more. I have a small one that I think it has like 6 plots in it. Um, maybe just growing lettuce in it or something. Um, but I'd like to like TikTok has one, but I don't know. There's a lot of fishiness with some of the TikTok shops. You have to be very careful. And yeah, I'm not quite positive of on doing it, but I would. And all you need is a 5 gallon bucket, and it has all the stuff with it. But again, yeah, I'm real iffy about it. What kind of cucumbers did you plant? The ones I planted this year were English cucumbers. Oh man, they did so good. And I had a cucumber that was well over 2.5 foot long. Yeah, I was thinking about if I get lucky enough to find a bunch of PVC pipe around, I'd definitely snag it and 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 make my own. Yeah, I want to figure a way of using my rabbits as feed for hydroponics, but uh, to where it wouldn't smell either. So I don't know how to go about that. Some way of filtering it or something like that. Oops. Oh, um, watched a wonderful game last night. Detroit Lions did a whooping. I watched this guy do a he was doing a live. He was a Cowboys fan, and he was talking so much smack during the first 5 minutes or so of the game, and then he just cried and whined the whole time. It was so funny. Not sure the seeds came from M.I. Gardner, and they just took off. Yeah, there's some that they'll just put out as long as you pick them. Because once you don't pick those cucumbers and they start going white or yellow, they'll stop producing cucumbers. But if you keep picking them cucumbers, they'll keep growing. Sometimes you miss them. Yeah, they sure do now. All that money, and he had the opportunity to get a really good running back. Yeah, you know, sometimes owners should have a little input in their players and everything, but sometimes they should let the professionals do their job. That's what you're paying them for. And when you mess up your team and then you try to blame it on your coaches and your general managers and all that stuff, it's it's your fault. Yeah, but if you look at one division in the football league right now, there's one division that is dominating the whole thing. The only thing is they're going to start playing each other now. So I think the majority of them have only one loss uh, Minnesota Vikings, which I don't like. They're undefeated. Um, Detroit has lost one, which they shouldn't have, but it is what it is. Even Chicago is holding their own, and Green Bay. But it's time for them to start playing each other. So we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, I love watching rugby. Rugby's a fun game to watch. Don't understand all of it except in in the women's. Oh man, they really get into it. The women rugby during the Olympics. There's one woman, I forget. I think Netherlands, not Netherlands. The Kiwis down there. I think that's who it was. But that woman, I would run from her. She's scary looking, and she goes and she really gets into it. I seen one of her runs, and she actually picked somebody up while she's carrying the ball, and carried the person the from the other team, and was still running with people tackling her. And I was like, oh man, I wouldn't want to be in front of that lady. Yeah, New Zealand, the little Kiwis. Oh, that's one thing I miss is having chickens. I could sit out there and watch chickens playing and messing around in the yard. They're so interesting to watch. Let's see. It's supposed to get we might actually get into the 30s tonight. Um Supposed to start raining again. I did see. Okay, it seems like it might be down. Um, yeah, it's going down a little bit. It it did have a trail at one time. Now it doesn't. Here, let's see if I can bring that up. Do. Share window. Yeah, right there. There you go. Yeah, this is what they said that was possible thing that was heading toward poor Florida again, but it did have a trail where it was coming from that it was uh, tropical storm, but I hopefully it just died out and it's just the remnants of it. I don't know. Um, no, Nadine went off this way. This hasn't this hasn't had a name yet. It's just AL94 at the moment. Once it develops into something, then they give it a name. But at this point, hopefully it just stays what it is, just a yellow blip in the middle of the ocean. It started way over here into Africa, and then because yesterday you could see the line traveling from over here, and it was tropical depression, and then it was estimated that it was going to turn into something here, but doesn't look like it. Let me go ahead and run this. Yeah, see, you can see it right here. This is what it was supposed to turn into up here. So they're determining this little twisty thing here. If it continues and gets about this far, then it could turn into something. But yeah, hopefully it's not going to be anything at all, because we've had too many already. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Kurt and Joyce. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I wonder if somebody complained. Why is there no guys that are hurricanes? Yeah, that's what I did. Somebody actually complain, and they changed it to where, oh, we better put guys' names in here now, or why are they all women? Guys can be uh, hurricanes too. There was somebody complaining about it. There's probably groups complaining about it. Um, it's still the same. Um, some days are better. Some days are stay in bed days. Just imagine if they named tornadoes. Imagine all the names you would have to keep up with. It's especially all the tornadoes that the hurricane brought. The last one. Yeah, I remember some of the the big storms when I was in California. Um, I got into the surfing phase, and the best time to go out was when there were storms. Those waves got huge, and I look at some of the there's a new show on I don't know what channel it is, but I think it's trying to copy Baywatch, but it's over in Hawaii, and some of them waves get huge. Um, and I look at them, I say, "Oh, that'd be cool," but I'd be I'd be I'd paddle out there, and I probably couldn't get back, couldn't stand on the board nowadays. It'd be fun to try though, and that we used to have to worry about coral, but I don't think they're like on the coast of California. I don't even know if there's still coral out there anymore. Um, that you would have to worry about. Because I know people that um, didn't know how to go under the waves and stuff. They try to paddle over top of it, and it would just smash them down. This year started off with a man named and alternated each storm man to woman. Next season's storms will start off with a woman's name. Uh-oh. Yeah, I seen some with the tornadoes. I the hurricane I seen blowing through, um, and that's the one thing somebody told me is when you're in a hurricane and you see the palm trees snapping or being uprooted, then you have to worry. um, and that's what I always look for is you see that wind blowing and them palm trees are just bending and everything, and they're just fine. And I'm like, and they're it's 160 mile an hour wind. It's 180, and the palm trees are just going and not not being pulled up or anything. But a tornado comes through there and spits them things right out. And I always wondered at that. And um, it's because the palm trees are used to the wind pushing them, but when the tornadoes will pull them right up out of the ground. And that's what I saw. A few people filming some of the tornadoes that touched down. Them palm trees would just get plucked out. And that the thing is that's amazing how they can withstand all that wind, and then just a small size tornado just pulls them right up. Yeah, but they like that shade. That shade comes in handy. I remember watching some people in California cut the real long palm trees, and they'd topple over one side, and that thing would go like this, and then they go down a little bit more, cut another one off. That's some crazy stuff there. Uh, Evidently, let's go ahead and check this out real quick. I don't know if this is it right here. Hopefully, don't get in trouble for this. We'll see. Share this. Boom, boom. Make that bigger. There we go. I didn't think we were actually going to see this guy anymore, but evidently, gotta get them votes. No, everybody's chipping in. So
you had a case in Georgia not very long ago, didn't you? They made an ad about a young woman who'd been killed by an immigrant. Yeah, well, if they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened.
What? Now, whose side is he on now? Whoops. Let's watch the rest of that.
But if they're all properly vetted, and that doesn't happen, and America is not having enough babies to keep our populations up. Okay. So we need immigrants that have been vetted to do work. Right. There wouldn't be a problem. And he couldn't keep people all torn up and upset. Right. You had a case.
Huh? Wow. Who's he working for? He just threw Kamala under the bus, didn't he? And Biden. Uh-oh. Whoops. I don't know if he meant to do that or not. Ooh. Yeah. Oh well. There's supposed to be another one he messed up at too. Let's see if we can find something into that. Is that it right here? Oh, that was in Georgia too, wasn't it? Or this one was. I don't know if this is it or not. Well, let's go ahead and share it out and see. Oh, come on, add. Let's see here.
Second President of the United States of America, Bill Clinton.
Look at that crowd. Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Second President of the United States of America.
Is that it? Okay. Maybe that's not the part that they were talking about. Let's see here. Might be this part down here. Yeah, this is him talking evidently. See, I didn't watch these. I usually with him talking or his wife, I just kind of zone them out. I don't know. I was surprised that last speech he was just talking about. Yeah, must be paid 50 people for that one, huh? But let's see what he has to say.
A new direction to manage an immigration crisis in a tough time where there's all this upheaval all over the world, where there are border problems all over the world, where millions of people are trying to escape the misery they're in.
That shake.
And other people are saying, well, I want to do what I can and take what I can, but maybe there's a limit to how much we can do. In other words, I don't think Americans are anti-immigration, they're anti-chaos, right? They don't want us to do more than we can, but they recognize, at least most people do, we got the lowest birth rate we've had in well over 100 years. We're not at replacement level, which means we got to have somebody come here if we want to keep growing the economy. Unless one of you is one of these artificial intelligence geniuses and figured out how we can all grow with no work, which I'm not sure would be good for us. I think, it.
Okay. I'll just leave it at that. Again, with the artificial intelligence stuff. And the chaos thing, you wouldn't have the chaos thing if you vetted who's coming in, If they're bad, they don't come in. If they're good and they're going to want to be citizens to make their lives better, then yeah, that's who we want. But we don't want the bad people. We don't want all these people that came from prisons and stuff. When you just let anybody and their brother in, it's not good. And did you see his hands shaking like that? Ooh. Too many cigars. You gotta watch where he dips them cigars. You don't know what you're gonna catch up with you one day. Um, yeah, I'm still iffy talking about the so-called third attempt. Um, I don't know. Evidently, he's speaking up. So it's I don't know. I'll give it a few days to see if it's appropriate for YouTube. Because a lot of times this stuff you don't want to be the first one to break the story, because then you usually get in trouble. Oh, did you hear about the water tower? Um, there's a guy that is using a projector to put a Trump sign on a water tower, and they're going to fine him $100 a day to take it down. He says, I didn't put it up there. It's a reflection, it's projection. And they're wanting him to take it down, and there's nothing up there. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here it. Oh, this is. I don't know if I can play this. We'll play it anyway. It is on YouTube, so I may get away with it. So. Here we go. Put it up there. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Take that off there.
in Hanson may end up costing that town taxpayer dollars. At least 2 nights in a row, resident has been projecting an image of a political sign onto the town's municipal water tower.
Officials say this violates the town's bylaws. NBC 10's Aaron Logan is live in Hanson. Aaron, is this sign being projected on that tower again tonight?
Well, Glenn and Priscilla, here's the situation. We're told from neighbors that the last 2 nights, or actually the last night, it was not on. It just started to get dark, though, tonight, as you can see. But the sign was being projected from the home behind me. There's a projector set up, and it was big and bold saying Trump 2024. But the last 2 nights, you can see these lights have been put here to dim that display. Hanson officials taking that step, saying this sign is misleading and they do not allow any political endorsements on municipal property. They did make it clear, though, that they respect free speech rights of all residents. Neighbors say this tower has sparked a lot of attention. Some want this all to go away. Displaying signs on your property, they say, is more than enough. Officials say they have no issue with the sign, or others say, rather, they have no issue with this sign, but this has all just gone too far. The town says a lot of taxpayer dollars may be spent, including attorney fees, paying the highway department workers overtime to turn this spotlight on and off each day, and potentially more money should stronger lighting be needed if this continues.
I mean, it's going the wrong way.
Look at that.
I mean,
Lights on there
you
to
shouldn't
block
tie
it
up
out.
police and other resources for something like that. But at the same point, it is America. You can say whatever you want. But at the same time, like I said, come Christmas time, there's Christmas lights around the top of the thing. Nobody had anything to say about that.
Now, we tried to talk to the homeowner who was projecting this sign, and he did not want to speak to us. The town plans on issuing him a $100 fine should this continue, and they're working on a cease and desist order. Again, these lights are being put on right now, but it's unclear if he is actually projecting that image tonight. But a lot of people showing up here in this parking lot. It's become quite a spectacle. Live in Hanson, Aaron Logan, NBC 10 Boston.
Yep. What? I can't believe that they actually brought lights out there so that it would block the image, so it wouldn't project onto the water tower. Now, I could see if he went up to the water tower and painted it on there. I could see that would be, that's bad. Don't do that. But the fact that it's just a projector projecting the image on there. It's not really there. It's just light. Now, I bet you if he had a good lawyer, he could fight that. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. I don't have any water towers around here, though. I was just thinking, I wonder if there's anything around here I could do that to, but we don't have any tall buildings or anything like that. We have the old newspaper building that's like, I think maybe 5 stories high. But it's not a newspaper company anymore because they don't sell newspapers. They try to get people to buy the subscription online. I don't know how they're staying in business because they don't do anything. They don't report on anything. I don't know. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, I need to go down and get me a Trump sign here tomorrow, probably. Put it in the yard. Have more people whining. Because there is a couple Waltz Harrison Waltz signs out there, which I'm surprised. And if the funny thing is, if you could be really good friends. I've seen it happen before, and you just place a sign in your yard, and you can become the the most evilest person in the world just because you put a sign in your yard. Bat signal. Well, Grace, on your block, how many Harris ones do you have? That is the question. Been trumped for 5 years. I was going to say, yeah, that's the most thing is the Trump flag, but I still have American flag up top first. Oh, don't have any. Ooh, okay. And you could almost pick the yards if you go down and you would film both sides and say which houses would be a Trump supporter and which houses would be a Harris supporter. Now, first of all, it's real easy to pick the Trump people. They're the ones with the American flags out there. Um, they have their American flags out front, and um, then you can see the Trump signs going up where the American flags are. Now, there are some uh, rainbow flags out too, and those are Harris supporters popping up. Um, which there is one rainbow flag that is out there that has Trump signs out, which you know you wouldn't think it that way, but yeah, they know what's up. You know what I mean? Um, you sit there and have um, $3, $4 more for a thing of bread. Um, eggs are $2, $3 more. Um, you tend to flop to the other side. Say, hey, yeah, yeah. There's not many. I'll put it that way. There's not many because there is. Well, I don't even know if it is. Would you even call it a bar? That's what I call a place where you go and buy a drink or whatnot. But they do have this place that they have a flag sitting out front and everything, and the bathrooms have litter boxes in them, and it's embarrassing to think that there is a place in this town that has that, but yeah. Oh wow, you got all three flags. Yeah, most people have a Buckeye flag instead of Ohio flag. Now, like Michigan, they'll have that the Michigan flag. It'll be the Wolverine's flag. Yeah, on my block, there's 2 people, but you keep on going, there's less and less. But surprisingly, there's less Trump signs out than there was 2020. I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I use that kind of toilet paper either, though. I don't want to catch anything. Was there, Al? Was there? There was a sign on it for Good Time Call Mike. Big Mike. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Here, let's layers. Okay. It's red this time. And what's not up here, so we'll have to do it in chat if it comes up on him. Oh, come on. No. It's no, it's question from chat. Scooch over a little bit. Oh, dang it, I can't scoot it over. Uh, dang it. I was going to take that off there too, and I forgot. Here they are. Bean Boozled. Please be a good one. Oh, man, it looks like the same one. I don't see how they can smell it. Well, what do you guys think it is? I don't know if you can see that or not. It might be cotton candy. Ooh! Pina colada. Ugh. Spin again. I don't know. I just got an icky one. I don't want, or a good one. I don't want to get an icky one. Well, chances are I wouldn't get the. Hey, this thing cheated. It put it in the middle. It was over here. Oh! See, it should be question right here. It should be question from chat because it was right here on the line. So it would have been way over here. Okay. That's a blue one, it looks like. I don't see how they smell it. Oh, that don't even smell good. I need to put this one back. I think it's bad. I must have left it out too long. Toothpaste? I guess. Yeah, I think it's or mouthwash. It's either toothpaste or mouthwash. Yeah, that's not that bad. Dirty pencil eraser flavor? Oh man. Now it feels like it just brushed my teeth. Oh, did you? Did you I haven't had a chance to watch your last video. Um uh I don't even think I would take my cats there. No. My cats would probably, oh, what's that? No. No, 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 no. Cats would never talk to me again. Spam flavor. Spam wouldn't be too bad. As a candy, though, I don't know if it'd be any good or not. Oh, is it full moon? I didn't know if it was going to be tonight or tomorrow night. Yeah, I don't mind spam. Um, as long as I can fry out some of that the fat in it, because there's a lot of fat in it now. Um, I like. I think it's treat. I think treat is better than spam now. Oh, that doesn't taste good. I'm drinking birch beer, pure cane sugar, not that high fructose corn syrup. What? Korean barbecue spam? Oh man, I have to try that. I wouldn't mind picking some of that up because I love some Korean barbecue. That stuff's good. So, since we haven't talked about food besides spam, uh, I made because last year I made a bunch of tomato or spaghetti sauce and tomato sauce, but mainly spaghetti sauce. And I did a batch of pizza sauce. So I was at the store and I seen French bread, Italian French bread, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll make French bread pizza for supper tonight. And I just got some cheese and pepperoni, um, and tried my pizza sauce. Oh man, it was good. So much better than the grocery store. Um, I was it was a little on the runny side because when I put it in there, it was really thick. But water bath in it got a little runny, but not too bad. It wasn't like real runny, but um, it was really good. Maple flavor is the best, and jalapeno. Um, I seen the maple bacon one, and I think I still have it. I don't think I've used it yet. uh, yeah, the maple bacon one isn't too bad. or I mean the maple flavor one, but I want to try the maple bacon one. Cheddar and broccoli soup. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, next month doing a challenge for let me see what it's called real quick. I had to check my email. Where's it at? No, that's not it. Cozy Fall Soup 24 collaboration. And I think I forget when I was supposed to do it now. I think mine's the 24th of November. Hopefully that's not Thanksgiving. When is Thanksgiving next month? Oh, it's the 28th. Okay, so I'm good. So we have to make a soup for this challenge. And yeah, I probably should figure out what day, because one of these emails that had everybody's list. This one. Okay, I'll put you down for the 24th. Okay, good. So my day is the 24th. I'm not sure what soup I'm going to make though. I could do chili. Because this morning I was watching Make It Make do the chili, but hers was more on the spaghetti chili side. Mine would be more toward the chili side. Come on. Chili's not soup? How is chili not soup? Because I actually start with the pinto beans first. Oh, that's a good idea too. Sweet corn chowder, yeah. No, it's chili. Chili is a stew. Okay, so stew is not a soup either? So what determines a soup? Does it have to have really small pieces in it or something? Because whenever I make a soup, I make it chunky. I don't like just for half an hour and then get to a potato and chew it up. I like a bunch of stuff in there. see see that the thickness. I don't for my soup I don't like a bunch of broth, except for maybe the cabbage soup that I make, hamburger cabbage soup. Actually, it's hamburger and potato and cabbage soup, and I got chunks of potatoes in there. I don't, and that's about the soupiest I get. 6 bean soup. See that's then I don't make soup. I make stew, evidently, because I don't like a bunch of broth. I like a bunch of stuff in my soup. Yeah, see, even chicken noodle soup. the little chunks of chicken and a couple little noodles. No, uh, when you go get a thing of use a spoon, you come out with big chunks of chicken and um, carrots and celery and all that stuff. I don't chop my stuff up in little bite-sized pieces and stuff. Now I seen somebody making uh, chicken soup, and they had all these carrots, and they chopped them into little bitty squares, and they chopped their celery. They actually skinned or used a peeler on the back end of the celery to take out the little strings. And I'm like, I don't do that. Chop, chop, chop. And I got like celery pieces like that big. That's crazy about chowder. Well, yeah, see, even I use chicken broth in my chili because I start with the beans and I spice up the beans real good, and I slow cook my beans for 6 8 hours, and then I brown my hamburger, um, put the hamburger and beans, and I put um, chili chili paste or chili tomato paste in there, and goosh it all up real good, and then I put my chicken broth in there, and then that makes the tomato broth or the whatever you want to call it. And then I put more. Then I put stewed tomatoes in there, and all the spices, and you got to fry up some jalapenos with it, or poblanos is good too if you don't want to make it too spicy. Yeah, I just don't like soup that you for half an hour until you get to a little piece of vegetable. Bean soup and cornbread. Yeah, that's good. I could do that real easy. Is just do um, even black eyed peas, but I don't know if that would. That's to me because that's almost when it's done. It's almost like a gravy. It's almost like baked beans. Now that wouldn't be a soup, even though I eat it with you eat it with a spoon. That's that's my interpretation of a soup is if you put it in a bowl and you eat it with a spoon, that's a soup. Well, unfortunately, not everybody likes cilantro. I like it. Sausage gravy, eat it with crackers. I like that up biscuit though. Yeah, you know there's a lot of people that just eat most of their stuff with a spoon. I'm one of those that I could eat with a fork except for soup. Um, that's about the only thing I eat with a spoon, or maybe like ice cream or something. Oh, sausage gravy over scrambled eggs. Yeah, that's good too. Well, let me see. Did girls make their? Are they going live tonight? Let me see. Live. Oh, yeah, there's the 14th. Oh, wow, they scheduled it a lot of them. Okay. Let me go ahead and set that real quick before I forget. Just take a slice of pizza in the blender soup. I don't know. I'll probably just do. Probably do the cabbage thing. Because that's where the majority of my cabbage went. I did have fried cabbage twice, and then the rest of it was just from I just made soup. Yeah, butternut squash soup is good too. Red bell pepper soup too. Especially if you can roast the peppers first. Ooh, roasted bell pepper soup. But that's a lot of. A French onion. Onions are expensive. I think there's something cheap. I'll probably next time I make a soup. I was thinking about different kinds of soup. I should. Oh, I need some recipes for some spam soup. If there, let's see if we can find a spam soup. Well, it already pops up. Easy slow cookers spam soup recipe. There's a lot. Gabacha, spam potato chowder, bean and spam soup. That's kind of real easy. Spam vegetable soup. That doesn't make sense because spam is not a vegetable. Hong Kong style spam and egg macaroni soup. That's it right there. Okay, that's cheating. Okay. I'll probably get in trouble for this because he's a big channel, but let's see how this goes. We got a few minutes before the girls start up.
Macaroni in a steaming hot, warming chicken soup, topped with crispy layers of spam and even crispier fried egg. Hong Kong macaroni soup.
For playing that runny egg.
Welcome back to Wok Wednesday. I'm Jeremy, here at School of Wok, London's premier Asian cookery school. And I'm here for a real classic. First off, a little base of spring onion, garlic and ginger, where we start for many of our dishes here at School of Wok, because Chinese food just tends to have these core sort of ingredients. I'm going to take one spring onion and just roughly chop.
See, big pieces.
Into it.
Big pieces.
Bit of garlic gonna keep the skin on, it's nice and clean. And then some ginger. I'm just gonna peel and slice. Now, macaroni in like a chicken broth, you're thinking is definitely not a Chinese dish. But actually this comes from cha chan tengs in Hong Kong, which are, in literal translation, tea house lounges. And these sort of cha chan tengs, they started sort of post-war in Hong Kong. And essentially what they are little kind of diners that Hong Kong people sort of created using Western ingredients, or combination of Western and Chinese ingredients. And macaroni is one of those ingredients that stuck around for a while. And in these sort of diners, you get different options of toppings. And one of the most popular options is Spam, proper war food. Slice your ginger.
I don't know if I want that much ginger.
Now the guys are laughing at me because this is a very simple dish.
Dang.
Yet I'm using a lot of equipment. Now in a cha chan ten in their kitchens, in these sort of restaurant kitchens, you'd usually have like a pasta boiler, a stock pot, and then stuff to finish your breakfasts off. And this is like classic for a Hong Kong breakfast, this macaroni soup with Spam and a fried egg on top. So I'm going to boil my macaroni first. That's going to take, what, 10 minutes? And whilst that's happening, we can make the stock. Now, classically,
later,
in these sort of Western style, not quite Western kitchens,
are you, Grace? That's
they'd have a lot of chicken powder. Now, I'm not a big fan of chicken powder, so I find it's very sort of almost over salty. So I'm going to make a homemade soup, or a quick homemade soup. But the base ingredients first is ginger, garlic, spring onion, where it's well seared and it kind of flavors the oil before I then pour some chicken stock into that. Just going to add some oyster sauce to that.
What do you say it was?
And then a spoon or so of light soy for seasoning. Now the actual chicken stock's got loads of flavour in it already, so really I just have to bring that to a boil, let it bubble away for 5 minutes, and once the pasta's done and you've finished the toppings, this dish is done. Another, I don't know, in Western cuisine you might find a little strange, but to Cantonese people, cooked lettuce is a very normal thing. So I've got some gem lettuce here, just going to give it a quick wash. And then they will just go into that soup last minute just before I serve this up. Just going to slice some spring onion rings to garnish. And then we're on to the main event, the Spam. People honestly queue up for different cha chan tengs in Hong Kong. You might think I'm joking, but...
Or is he just short?
It really is the case. Oh.
It looks
so
like
you want kind of,
though.
I don't know, 1/2 centimetre chunks or slices of Spam. And I quite like leaving it in the shape of the tin. The macaroni is done. And as I say, in sort of a lot of, or most Chinese restaurants, in their kitchens, you'd have sort of big boilers with sort of quite deep nests for their noodles, and they use the same for cooking their macaroni. A little bit of oil.
But I bet if 101 opened a can of
Spam in,
it would look bigger too.
Right, you're going to serve that up. Your Spam's got a nice crisp edge. And then we've got this lovely spam flavoured oil ready for your fried egg. Meanwhile, my stock is still bubbling away, so I'm just going to pop these lettuce leaves straight in. And they literally need no more than 30 seconds. 10 to 20 seconds should do it. And then straight out, so they kind of keep their crunch but a little bit wilted. And I'm going for a nice crispy fried egg. Oh, no. And my dad used to do this. He loved this. Whenever he went back to Hong Kong, first thing he'd do for a quick early morning breakfast is this dish. And he'd ask for the egg to be extra crispy on the base with a completely sort of liquid, gooey yolk. Ooh,
as
my
long
soup.
As the white is not runny.
Then some crispy fried onions.
Too.
And some Chill Chow chili oil.
Chill Chow chili oil.
Over the top. And there we have a classic Hong Kong breakfast. Only way to eat this is when it's piping hot. You've got to give it to them. The guys who invented luncheon meat. Somehow they reinvented meat. To the point where you put it in the...
I think I would rather have, bok choy or something. I don't know about that lettuce. But anyways, it's time for the Vineyard Chicks. They're getting ready to start up here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop their link. As far as I know, they're going live. Let me go ahead and drop their link. There you go. And or of course, 101's evidently live right now. So we'll see you. I'll be here Wednesday morning for the morning news. And then we'll see for the rest of the week. Everybody have a blessed week, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. I need an outro.